You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation Collecting Nerd. Come on, won't you sing with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to Jeff when we got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh and eat, gonna live the dream. Gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing the song to the break of dawn. Gonna rock this party all night long. So come on everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready, you got one more chance. You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation Collecting Nerd. Come on, won't you sing with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the PlayStation Collectors Podcast, Season 2, Episode number 29. And tonight we've got Ted Erickson on the show. Welcome, Ted. How you going, man?
Hey,
Hey, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for coming on.
well, thanks, man.
So,
Thanks
Ted,
for
for everyone
having
who doesn't know you, please tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm over here in Iowa, in the U.S. I've been collecting pretty much actively for 13 or 14 years now. I've slowed way down in the last few years, and I've kind of gotten more selective with what I buy now. But
Yeah, inevitably, that's kind of where it ends up.
oh yeah, and if
It's like easy at first to collect because you get so much stuff you want, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, I have most of the stuff I want. Now, what do I really want?
exactly, and just collecting anything and everything has just gotten so expensive anymore that it,
Yeah, I wonder at that point, like since 2020 onwards, you can't just collect everything. You sort of got to pick the stuff you really want because even the cheap games are expensive now and things like that.
exactly. Yep, if I had unlimited money and unlimited space, I would totally be wall-to-wall games everywhere.
Even then, you fill up your walls.
Oh yeah.
Even then, it's not enough space.
Yeah, and then the problem is I've run out of space and I need more shelves. I need a bigger game room. There's always something.
Yep, exactly.
You start doing what I like. Literally, I went and I traded like a box of like 60 games in for like 2 games that I really wanted. Like it gets to that point where I'm like,
Ooh.
okay, so I everything I want is expensive now. So like, I have to start trading for stuff and thinking of doing it that way because I just can't fork over cash for these games. It's too expensive.
Oh, 100% agree.
That's why I like Mr. Right Way, the way he does it. He's just all about the trades. Like he started.
Yeah.
Have you started watching his new videos about the Neo Geo collecting? I'm like, you madman! What do you mean you're starting to collect Neo Geo in 2023? What are you, crazy? But it's because he's like trading everything in and selling stuff and getting rid of the stuff. And I'm like, that's how you do it. You gotta get rid
that
of,
would be how you do it.
you gotta get rid of some stuff to get what you want. So
And if you're smart about it, you do it when like a system's really hot. You trade that stuff off, and you might trade stuff that isn't super rare but is popular and expensive, like Pokemon games or Mario games, etc. And you can buy those games back 5-10 years later easily. They'll pop up. Those games always show up. But you just have to be smart about it. You don't get rid of your rarest game that took you 5 years to find and different things like that.
Exactly, but you can definitely get rid of like some Zelda and Mario stuff that'll flip easy, that you can get back easily enough if you really want it.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when Mr. Artway traded off PS1 games to buy the Barbie game, and I remember then seeing him pick up most of those PS1 games again quite easily, and that Barbie game is not something that comes along every day on the free.
Exactly. Yep. That's exactly how I felt about my trade.
And tell us about your collection. What systems are you into?
Oh, well, mainly right now, my biggest collection is still PS3. I'm sitting at just over 1,000. games right now for PS3.
Nice.
Roughly a little over 400 PS4 games, and I'm closing in on 200 PS5 games, I guess.
Oh, man.
Nice.
I know a
That's
few years
that's a
ago-
lot for PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's crazy for the PS5. Are you collecting or playing all those games, or is it mainly just collecting them?
I don't know. I like to hit a lot of sales and stuff. See, a lot of times around here, like a couple times a year, Target will do buy two get one free, or GameStop will do the buy two get one free for their used games and stuff. I'll hit those up a lot, and a lot of times I'll. Have you ever heard of Woot?
Oh yeah.
Woot? Yeah, I hit up Woot. Woot
some
is
good
like a
deals on there.
subsidiary of Amazon, and they're like their own app where they're selling everything at a discount.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I've heard of Amazon having multiple apps like that where they'll sell like stuff that isn't 100% cheaper and different things like that.
Oh yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
trying with the PS5 not to just buy everything. You know, like a few shovelware games here and there, but I'm trying to just stick to stuff I'll play.
No, that's fair.
Play.
I know your goals a few years ago was a full PS3 set. Is that still on the card?
I'm not sure if that's on the cards anymore. Like I haven't bought a new PS3 game in over a year, or I haven't added one to the collection for over a year. I don't think. Just kind of sits.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, and
I think Fixie's internet's cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, I might do that. There's a few I want. Like I've been looking into like Order Up and stuff like that. But yeah, really.
Yeah, you're mentioning games that the kids games, and there's probably a lot of sport games and games that aren't that exciting that's on your list, I'm sure.
Right. Stuff that I wouldn't find normally, but it's more kids games. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm at the point now where I'm going through my PS3 collection. I'm selling off all those games that, I only bought because I was collecting a full set. And now I'm enjoying my collection more, seeing every single game. Oh, that's cool. I'd play that. I'd post that on Instagram, different things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how like collecting strategies will change. Like, when the PS5 came out, I was pretty gung-ho about I'm going to collect all the VR games for it again, horror games and shmups like I did for PS4, and then like just kind of petered out on that, man. I'm like, yeah, my VR2 headset doesn't even work for more often than it does. You know what I mean? I've had it in the repair shop as often as I've had to play it. So it's just like, I don't know. My passion for PS5 is just, it's just dwindling. So I've actually like started to go back and replace a lot of the games I got on PS5 with PS4 copies. And I think I'm going to sell off my PS5 stuff because I'm like, I just don't think I'm in it to collect for the PS5 the same way. Changed my mind. I don't know. It's weird.
I've actually done the same thing, Joe. I bought, like Shantae games for the PS5, and I bought different things. But as you can see, my PS5 collection doesn't even take up a shelf now because I pulled everything out that I bought to collect, and I sold it all because I'm like, this is a system that I'm just playing at the moment, and like the games that I'm playing are all on PC at the moment. The only game I'm playing on console is FIFA, and apart from that, I couldn't even tell you the last PS5 physical game I bought. It's been a while, and it's actually crazy that the last game I bought was on Game Pass for $1. It makes sense to me financially as well as being what I want to play. I could have bought the game on PlayStation and would have been $100. Mm-hmm. Like that literally makes no sense, and what reason to have it on the shelf? Like, if I want it on the shelf, I'll wait till it's $20 and buy that.
Oh yeah.
Especially if it's not a release that you're passionate about.
It was, but when you're comparing $1 to $100, it's a no-brainer,
For just access? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You almost feel like you're being ripped off paying that price when there's an option to play it for $1. Yeah, I should clarify that I got Game Pass this week, and I logged in, and Xbox offered it to me for $1 because I hadn't been a member for a while. So, I took it a month for $1. That's crazy.
Yeah, I struggle sometimes when I'll buy like some rare PS4 game, and it'll be like a $40-$50 game, and then the digital copy is like $5. I'm like, I end up buying that to play, and I just keep my copy sealed now. I do that all the time. So anytime I get a game now, I just check on the see how much the digital copy is, and if it's less than $10, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna get that. I don't open my games.
I don't blame you. Do you guys think that the next generation coming up, do you think that's going to be digital only, or do you think we're going to have an option for physical discs still going forward?
Oh, we had a similar question last week, and I sort of tailored towards the answer that like we might never get a new generation. We might just get updates of the PS5 and updates of the Xbox, because at this point they're not really consoles; they're just computers that have disk drives, right?
Oh yeah.
I think that there'll still be a physical option for a while, just because of Japan. I said something last week, like in Japan, I think physical still represent 70% of the sales or something like that. So as long as that market still leans heavily towards physical, I think we'll still get the option to have physical. But I don't think it's going to last forever. That's for sure.
It's definitely not going to last forever. And I'm probably with the next generation coming up in a few years again. I'm probably going to lean more digital than I am physical, and then maybe collect for older generations. But like a lot of the time anymore, the game isn't even on the disc. It's you pop it in and you get a download. I don't even see the point in getting the disc.
I don't buy games like that. When I know for a fact it's unplayable without downloads, like the new Metal Gear Solid collection, zero interest.
Yeah,
I bought it today.
Zero. I would just buy the digital. I would just buy the digital copy.
I know the Switch version is not on the cards, but is it on the PS5 disc?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if some of it is, but I guarantee you not all of it is.
I believe that it's not playable without the update. I read that.
Well, it says that there's 25 gigabytes on the disc, so I'm not sure.
You figured they'd have a couple, they could fit a PS1 game on there completely, but
I would hope so.
I heard that most of the content is like the interface, but the actual games aren't there. And like, I know the Switch one's like unplayable, so.
Ugh.
I'm assuming it's just going to be the Metal Gear Solid Legacy collection, half of that, the HD collection ported over. And
I hear it runs worse.
Playable on PS5 and sell it as fast as we can.
I've been hearing reports that it runs worse than that.
It probably does, because they probably used that version and just gave it to these people and said, make this a PS5 game and you've got 3 days.
Yeah, seriously.
Grand Theft Auto trilogy remake treatment. Look, they're bad of a job they did, and they were $1 trillion companies. Pathetic at this point.
And there's no excuse.
I probably sound negative about physical collecting, but like Ted said, if it doesn't make sense, I'd love to have a wall full of PS5 games and Xbox Series X games and Switch games. But if it doesn't make sense, if games don't play on the carts and haven't got the content on there, and even
or they're straight up online only games,
not having manuals anymore, and just look at Xbox One games, like they don't care. The cases are all flimsy. Like clearly they don't care. If that factor isn't there anymore, then why should we be loving it as collectors as well? I don't want to have a collection full of digital only codes and things like that. It's not fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't own a single one of those codes and boxes. None of that. I mean, there are some that are tempting just because they're cool and rare. Like as like Marvel vs. Capcom has like a digital only one that's like
that one
rare.
That one is kind of cool. I have.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's some that I'm like, that would be cool to have, but I'm not paying that what they're worth. No way.
Oh yeah, I have one that's a PS3 case that says PS3 and PS4, but it's a digital code and it's an NBA game. I can't remember which one it is, but
Well, what makes the PS3 ones cool is there's like 11 of them. So if you look at collecting all of them, it's not like,
no,
all right,
it's
my
not.
whole collection is going to be digital download codes. It's like, all right, I can talk about these 10 and they're going to be interesting stories. But if you look at the Nintendo Switch, every second week there's a new game that's a code in a box. You know, it's not.
Europe got so many, dude. America, we didn't get as many, but in PAL, like there's like so many. It's a kick in the nuts too. Is like when one region gets a regular cart and then the other region gets the code in the box. It's like, oh man, that's just rude. Like,
Or when
dude.
DLC gets one region, like Breath of the Wild DLC is only in Japan. Where's the sense in that? This game has been reprinted since the DLC came out in all regions.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know Breath of the Wild had DLC.
Yeah, it's got DLC, and if you want it physically, you need the Japanese version.
Wow.
I paid out the ass for that version. I think I paid like $88 for that or something like that. Yeah, and then dude, did you hear what they did with the Mario Kart release they did? And they did a very similar thing where in Japan they have a Mario Kart physical cart that has the bonus DLC included. You know how they did the seasonal pass with all the extra maps? But they had all of them on there except for the last one that's about to come out. It's not going to have that one. It's so frustrating. I'm like, dude, just wait a couple of months for the love of God and just release the full complete thing with all of it. Nope.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I don't know. I was very tempted to pick that up because that version is the most complete version of Mario Kart and it does have the most content, but I'm also like,
But now it's not complete. Obviously, mentality behind the people releasing these isn't let's get our customers the most complete version. It's let's make as much money as we can. You know, if they release it and they're like, hang on, there's audience to release another DLC, but we've already released the complete version. Yeah, but we can make more money, so we're going to take the more money route.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. They don't care about quality anymore. It's just get it out as fast as possible.
It's all about the quarterly
they don't care about
preservation.
Yeah.
No. I feel like most game companies, they will never admit it, but like they don't really want you to play their old games, you know. They don't. Like Sony does not want you to be obsessed with PS1 and PS2 anymore. They're like, I'm glad that you like it, but please just buy the new games, please. We don't care. We only want you buying the new stuff. We could care less. Which is why I when the new Nintendo comes out, like, your Switch controllers, they're not going to work, and your Joy-Cons, they're not going to work. And, maybe you're lucky if the carts will work. Maybe we'll be lucky, but that I just like shit like these Switch controllers, like they're going to sell the new Switch controller version. It's going to be the same thing, but it's going to be like a little different, and it's going to, you have to get all new ones and stuff. They're going to make you buy all of it all over again. That's what they always do.
Yeah.
So frustrating. And Nintendo's the worst too, because at least now maybe they'll since you pay for Switch Online, it'll transfer over to the new system. But I can't, how many people I know that bought everything digitally on the Wii, didn't transfer over to the Wii U. They bought it on the Wii U, didn't transfer over to the Switch. Now that, you know what I mean? They don't even let you keep your old digital purchases.
Oh no, I don't expect Nintendo to do any of that.
And I love the old Nintendo.
That, I wanted to bring up tonight, and it was a conversation that was in Discord earlier. And it's to mention that Baldur's Gate 3 might not come to Xbox. And I also wanted to bring up Alan Wake 2. So Alan Wake 2 is out, and it's supposed to be a really good game, but there's no physical copy, and there's not going to be a physical copy because the developers declined a company that offered to make a disc version for it. So someone like me who's a collector, unless it goes to a place like Game Pass, I'm not going to play it. There's no physical version. I'm not going to play it down the line. I'm not going to buy a physical game because physical games don't get cheaper. It's going to always be a $50, $60 game on PSN.
Right. I saw that it's getting like 9s and 10s and stuff for scores. So I don't know. Maybe if it is successful enough, maybe they will put it on digital or on physical eventually. I don't know. Some games, seem to do that. There was this Star Trek Resurgence game a while back that was only digital when it came out, and then just last week, all of a sudden, they announced a physical version, and
That's cool.
oh, here we go.
I love Star
Baldur's
Trek,
Gate
bro.
3, another one that I've heard amazing things about. It's on my list of I want to play this, and games that I love, I like to own them as well. If I play through a game and I love the game, I want to own it too. Sucks that there's no physical copy.
Oh, I agree.
And it's interesting too because like I figured that emulation and stuff would like kind of like bite my bug, but no, it just makes me want games more. It doesn't. Like if I play a game on emulation and I fucking love it, dude, I'm like buying this game. Like I have to have it in my collection. Which oh man, I made a mistake, which you'll see in my pickups. I've started.
Yeah, you're actually spot on there, Joe. If I'm emulating PS1 games and I find a game that I've never heard of before, I fall in love with it. I want it physically as well.
Hell yeah, I absolutely want it.
Oh, definitely.
It's literally the opposite of what they think is going to happen when you're doing these. I know there's a big proportion of people that are just going to hack things and only play the ROMs, but collectors like us, we find games we like, or we're suddenly going to start spending more money and get those things.
True, and I've never been someone who was like stealing current content. Like I've never done that. I'm very weird like that. Like I modded my Wii U, but I didn't mod it for Wii U. Like I buy all my Wii U games for my Wii U, but I put my GameCube games on my Wii U, and I put my Nintendo games on my Wii U, and I put that crap on there. So I'll mod it, and I'll take stuff like old stuff that's not for sale for my own convenience and for my own fun. But I don't ever I'm not trying to steal Switch games while the Switch is on being for sale, and I'm not trying to steal Starfield like some people I know. And
well, Joe, I haven't tried to do this ever since. Probably going back to when I was a kid, and the reason being because you can't afford these things, and it's the only way to play them. But when the only option is to play it digitally, and you can pirate it, that suddenly becomes a reasonable option again. When the option was digital copy or a physical copy that's on special, and there's multiple versions, and it's great. Well, it's a no-brainer, but it's a different world today, and suddenly I'm back on the whole. It makes sense, and I'm sure a lot of people are.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of people that are pirating nowadays. I haven't done it in a long time. I've got like a hard drive full of ROMs and stuff, but they're all pretty old from years ago. But
yeah, and I don't feel bad pirating old ROMs that aren't for sale. I really don't.
Oh, definitely not. No.
And I really don't feel bad pirating a PS1 game that's like $800 that I want to try out. You know what I mean? Like some godly expensive game. Because I'll be honest, there have been many times where there's been a really expensive game and I played it and I went, no, thank you. I do not want this game. I would be very upset if I spent $400 on it because it is crap. So, just because it's expensive does not mean it's good. Collectible and good are not the same.
Yep,
it's not the same thing. So
I wanted to bring something else up while we're on this topic. And I know I'm on Twitter and on X and everything, and I see a lot of people talk about this.
People start calling it Twix, and I kind of like that, by the way. Yeah, Twitter.
If
and then
talk
X,
about
Twix.
Not video games for a second, but talk about TV shows and movies. So streaming has been the norm for the past 10 years, but today it's like streaming sites are getting expensive, and people are going back to pirating again. So it's becoming a norm in media like that. So I would expect it to have a big resurgence in video games again. I remember back in like early 2000. It would be so common to have burnt PS1 and PS2 discs, and that was just the norm back then.
Oh yeah,
you didn't see any of that stuff in the PS3 era. I haven't seen a burnt PS3 game before.
Everyone I knew who had a Dreamcast had burnt games and was using burnt games. Nobody was buying that shit, which is one of the reasons I think it went out of business, because literally it was it was like, I think to defeat the security measure, you had to like put a piece of tape over a little thing. It's like all you had to do. Now you can just hack
Dude,
it.
I had there was a kid at my school, and he would just sell everybody like pirated Dreamcast games, and it was
I love it.
a little side business going on.
That was me. That was the way to do it. I used to do stuff like that. I remember when I was in college, I worked in I lived in New Hampshire, and I went to school in Massachusetts, and like cigarettes were $2 in New Hampshire and like $7 in Massachusetts. And so I used to just buy cartons of smokes and throw them in my backpack and sell them to kids at school, and I made a fortune. Just I was like $5 a pack, selling packs of Marlboros. They were all old, it's still illegal. I'm not supposed to do it, but dude, I used to do it all the time, just hustling.
I love it.
Yeah, man, you got to make that money. Got to make that paper.
I wasn't hustling, but I used to make CDs for people all the time. I used to love that. Burning CDs off, and I'd have a little program that would print off artwork as well, and it would have a track list of all the songs on there and everything. So it would feel like a real CD.
I only did that for the ladies.
Here's my mixtape.
Here's my cringy tape with Incubus on it, and dashboard confessional. Gosh. Actually, one of the
like I'm still rocking the burners here.
Hell yeah! Oh, dude, I'll never give that up. So I found out. I should have known this recently, but like there are a lot of emulators out there that you will play discs. I didn't realize that, and so like you can like buy region games and play them that way. And so I definitely recommend getting yourself a disc drive and keeping a disc drive and having them. Having a burner and stuff like that, that'll be handy down the road. I swear to God, in the future, it'll be like underground technology that people have to spread information legally that the government doesn't want you to have. It'll be like one of those things I'm telling you, like, you have a burner. Oh my God. You have a CD player. Oh, that's so cool. Like,
and it'll be like, you've got a computer that hasn't got internet access. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, pretty soon everything will be online. Everything will be locked behind security measures, and you'll have no control over anything. That's the dream. That's the future they want. They want everything online, everything tracked, and everything behind a button that they control. So life will suck once that happens. I mean, it's not going to be as fun.
I know we talk about this, but there's legitimately countries in the world that are like that. It's not like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, screw that, dude.
True. I don't know. I just like having control over my stuff. I don't.
Sense of ownership.
Yep.
That and that's where that comes down to what you're saying now that everything's digital. Like pirating seems to make more sense because now you don't own it, and you don't own it, and you can't convince yourself. Like
if it suddenly gets deleted one day, I'm not going to be mad because you haven't invested.
You lost ones and zeros. You lost some binary code. You didn't lose. It's not like if this burnt down, I would cry. If my emulated hard drive with all my ROMs on it melted, I'd be like, oh, that's inconvenient.
Just get it back again.
I'll just do that again.
Let's throw another situation out. Let's say you've played a game for 10 years and the servers go down and you've pumped in $1,000 a month. You're going to be mad, and you can't play it anymore. Like, this is I wouldn't say your investment, but this is your project that you've invested time into and effort and money. And, that's just all gone. Or even, buying digital games and licenses go down or, they just become unplayable and different things like that. That's going to happen. And, guess what? They're going to turn the plug off at some point because the new thing's out and the money's going to be in the new thing. And they don't care about the old things. And you can't say they do because they don't care about the old things today.
Right. Isn't that like Scott Pilgrim on the PS3? Like you can't download that anymore, even if you've had it before?
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah. The only way to have that today is now to own the physical copy.
Yeah, I've got that, but I've got my main PS3 here still has Scott Pilgrim on it. And if that goes down, got no way to get it back.
It's like having a PT on a PS4.
Yep.
Like, you just cherish that thing. People, dude, man. Have you ever seen people selling like a PS4 with PT on it, $1,000? You ever see those ads?
Yeah.
Dude, I saw some ads people were selling their phones that had the
With
original
Flappy
Twitter
Bird.
icon. They were like $1,000 for like an old iPhone just because it has the right Twitter button. I'm like, you people are lunatics.
I see
It was
that.
sold too. It was sold. It
Yeah, I
wasn't
know,
like,
I
it was
know.
a sold listing. I'm like, I don't even know. You got to be some
Do
strange
you remember,
priorities.
probably going back close to 10 years now, but when Floppy Bird got taken down and people were selling
Yes,
Yeah.
Flappy Bird, not Flappy
Yep.
Bird.
I was so mad too because I had it downloaded on my old phone back then, and I had deleted it, and then I couldn't get it back. So I was like, "Ah, man, I could have sold this for so much."
Yeah,
I
Flappy
just
Bird was
updated
dope.
phones. I didn't even think about it. You know, you update phones, you re-download everything, but of course, Floppy Bird doesn't re-download. You know,
Mhm. Yeah, I could see that being a thing. I've also wondered, like, somebody was showing off some of those like PS4 like Play Link games where you had like play with your phones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder if I should keep like 6 freaking old Androids lying around in case I want to play freaking, one of the Hidden Agenda in 2047. Like, how are you gonna play that? Like, I mean, you're gonna need like an old Android device, right? So
I would think so.
exactly. If it's even playable at that point, you know,
I
it might be like connect to the servers. By the way, the server was shut down 10 years ago. So good luck.
yeah.
Unless, then again, I'm sure if the game's good enough, the community will make their own servers and make it playable and different things like that. But that's not going to happen for everything.
No.
Right. I don't see that happening for those phone games. But
And we can
Never
joke
know.
about it, but there's people out there that don't have consoles and that are still gamers because that's the only game that they plays on their phone. You can't not call someone a gamer because they can't afford to buy a PlayStation or to buy a computer,
yeah.
buy an
No,
Xbox.
I was talking about those what are we talking about? Those phone games that connected to the PS4 game.
The Play Link stuff. Like
Yeah.
Hidden Agenda and what's the other one? Guys, like this big game show. Hold on a second.
That's what Bolt's saying. He finally got Power Wash Simulator. Quite relaxing. That's on my list to pick up. It looks really good.
That is
That is a good
on
game.
my list too.
The one thing about talking about game preservation, that's a whole genre of games that will definitely be lost in time is phone games. Who the hell is preserving that stuff? As anyone? Like, I could see, I could just
I'm sure
imagine
there's got to
some
be
some
somebody.
95-year-old like, I want to play Raid Shadow Legends. What the hell?
I mean,
50 million hours in this shit.
We joke, but that's going to be a genuine thing.
oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
got to be somebody out there preserving this stuff. I mean, somebody's got to be.
I don't know. Like,
How do you
we
preserve
know,
a
we know
game that
people doing it for console games because it's so mainstream and popular. But like, these are games that there's so many out there, and there's probably really good ones that people just never downloaded, never bought, and they're going to be completely lost to time.
and
As well
the
as
thing is,
games
you
on
can't
Steam.
preserve them. You cannot preserve games that have all these stupid currencies and gems and this and shops and this. Like, they're like, you can't play. Like, once they shut it down, you won't be able to earn the currency or spend it or compete online against. Like, most of these games, the business model is it's got an expiration date on it. Like, it's designed to die. It will not last forever, like on purpose. So it's like, I don't know. And then, like you said, you have all this time you sink into these things, and it's just poof, it's gone. Like, if I could get the hours back that I sank into World of Warcraft, I would do anything to trade my hours for that because all that time and energy for all that stuff that I did, and it's like, what is it? What is it now? I don't play it anymore, so who cares?
Well, Joe, I know there is a way to get something out of it, and not everyone does it, but some people sell their accounts.
Yeah.
And some accounts go for hundreds of dollars. I've sold accounts on video games before for close to $500.
I can't let some scrub run around with my name.
The game's dead today, so it's like that account value is $0 today. I had an account on The Simpsons Tapped Out, and I sold it for like $400. And the funny part is, I re-downloaded The Simpsons Tapped Out like 6 years later, and it was the same account that I sold, and I'm like, oh, still on my iCloud or whatever it was. And the person clearly like stopped using it at that point.
That's hilarious.
I didn't do anything to it, but I just thought, oh, it's still there because, of course,
Yeah, dude, I had like 27 million gold that I could have sold for mad money, and my character had like rare mounts that were taken out of the game that are unobtainable now, and titles that were like you could only get if you were like server first kill, like only 20 people on the whole server got it, and even though I don't use it, man, I just can't sell it to somebody. I'm like, no way, man. There's no way you're getting my fucking Amani Warbear and my Death Demise title and my no. No one can have it. No one can have it.
You're the reason why accounts are worth so much because there's so many people holding on to something.
Exactly. Dude, like the thought of some scrub, some like 13-year-old rich kid running around with my character, like, no, dude, too much blood, sweat, and tears in agony. Like, I just can't. Like, it's like I feel like the guy's like, if I can't have her, no one can. It's just like one of those things.
Oh, let's go.
I don't know. It's just it's a real mental problem. That game for me was like a huge mental issue anyway. Like I had to like physically like unaddict myself from it. And yeah, I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about that game. I'm like pissed almost. I feel like I was given heroin and no one told me it was addictive. And I got addicted to heroin and I had to figure out how to get off of it. And that's my experience with World of Warcraft. Like I had no idea. But then you find out it's like designed by psychological people to get you addicted to games. Like they're like, how can we keep this motherfucker never stop? No, oh, sorry, let me swear.
At least yours was World of Warcraft. Mine was a stupid phone game that I don't even like mentioning because it's so lame to me. It's one of those things that at least I experienced that and I'm aware of that gameplay mechanism. So like I play FIFA and FIFA's all about spending money, but I don't play any of the game modes and encourage you to spend money because I don't like that. And I won't play any game that has a pay to win model. And if a game has skins where you can buy skins, that's fine. But I understand the skin model and, I might spend $10 on one skin. I'll never continuously buy them. And I'm a type of person that just wears the default 99% of the time. But if a game introduces something that you can get an advantage by paying, that's where I'll stop.
Oh, yeah, that's
isn't for me anymore,
That's a bunch of crap. Like,
yeah, there are games out there designed to be unpleasant unless you give them money. They're just like, yeah, I mean, you could grind for 1,000 hours or give us $5. What's it going to be? Like, I think it was. Did you guys hear about like the new Chocobo racing they came out with on the Switch? How bad that was.
I heard that they changed it, but I heard when
they
it first
did.
came out, it was a pay-to-win game, and it was pretty much unplayable.
Yeah, so it was like Chocobo racing. You could be Cloud. You can be this guy. But if like you wanted to get Cloud, it was like someone did the math, and it was like you had to play like 600 hours or something to get Cloud, or you had to give them $5. And it was
give me
like,
Star Wars.
Who the hell?
Vibes.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. Like, yeah, exactly. If you want to be Darth Vader, you had to like play for like a month or something, or you give them $5, and it's just. Like,
I'll just add
come
to
on.
That. I think grinding in video games is great, and a lot of games have taken that away today. But there's grinding in video games, and then there's grinding when it just doesn't make sense anymore. 5 or 10 hour grind to unlock the best characters in the game. Well, that's fine. But when you've got to play 50 to 100 hours just to unlock, the character that's on the front cover, that's where it starts to get ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even in some of them. It's so let's say it even takes 50 hours worth of gameplay to do. That's a lot, but I'm a psycho, and I'll sit there in 3 days and stay up and just freaking do it. You know what I mean? But like games nowadays, they won't even let you do that. They'll be like, no, it's time gated. You can get one gem, and you can only get a gem every 12 hours. So you have to. It's going to take you have to do this every day for 3 months if you want.
Well, the max XP you can earn in a day is this much.
Like they literally time gate and limit what you're allowed to even do in the game. Like you're not even allowed to enjoy the game the way you want to because they know that you won't buy it. And there's still, it's like literally they've designed the game to be unpleasant on purpose. It's a very interesting attitude that we have in general with our entertainment industry across the board, whether it's movies, games, or TV, or from whatever. It's like there's all these people that like seem to have some sort of attitude problem, and they don't want to make stuff that is enjoyable or fun. They're like, no, I'm sick of all this enjoyable, fun crap everybody's had for my entire life. I'm going to do something different. You're going to learn a lesson. Like, I don't want to. What the hell? I'm your customer. Why are you trying to piss in my face? Can you just make me something fun and enjoyable? Why are you trying to torture me or trick me or manipulate me or convince me? What is the matter with these people? Like, it's messed up. It's offensive too. Like, it's like, you ever watch commercials that are so stupid that you're like, I can't even believe they thought this would make me buy their product? Or like, if you get political ads, like I get these political ads that I'm like,
all the time.
Are you joking me? Do you think this ad is going to possibly sway me in any way? I am so insulted right now that you think you could come out here and just go burp, derp, derp, and I'm going to vote for you. You idiot. Like, I am so offended. I'm like, it makes me think that people must seriously have like sub 40 IQs, because like, who is this working on? Like, who are these ads working on? Who watches this and goes, oh, yeah, that's a good idea? How can you possibly be that stupid? Who are these ads for? Who are these idiots that are watching this stuff and being like,
And you think today with the technology we've got, they should be able to make ads so perfect that, you know, it doesn't. Okay, there's a saying that if you're like with scams, if you look at a scam, you can see how dumb and obvious it is.
Yeah.
They do that for a reason, that they want to eliminate 90% of the people because they only want to talk to 10% of the people. So maybe it's got something to do with that. They want to eliminate you completely, so they're looking for that 1% of the audience that will actually engage to that ad. And,
exactly. They don't want the smart people to engage. They want the people that are dumb enough to fall for it only.
Well, if you guys are out there buying these things, you're the dumb person. I hope you realize that, just so it all clicks for you. You're that person. You're the reason.
I have some positive
terrible
news for the week. Did you guys see the announcements that Twitch made this week?
No, what did they do?
So I'll actually see if I can pull something up here because it's pretty cool. So Twitch announced that they're going
twice as many booby streams on the main page.
No, they're going to now allow restreaming on the platform.
Really?
So you're going to allow to stream on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and not get in trouble for it, not get banned for it, which is pretty awesome. The CEO of
That'll be
Twitch
cool for
did a
some
live
people.
stream like today with Harris Heller on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. Like this Twitch CEO is live streaming on YouTube and Kick. How cool is that? But there are some downsides to it. So they are not going to allow an integrated chat. So chat is going to have to be separated between the platforms, which
makes sense.
The main reason you would want to combine everything. Couple of things that make sense. You can't like have a 1080p stream on YouTube and a 720 on Twitch. You can't share links because they don't want you jumping between platforms. But I overall think it's really positive as a creator who is on Twitch and YouTube, and it's like, you know, I'm drawn between which platform do I want to be on. It's great. I don't know, I can be on both at the same time, and you know, it's going to be a thing in the future.
Yeah, I'm not on Twitch, but I've been thinking about it.
And now that you can be on YouTube and Twitch, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, definitely.
I've seen
Twitch have also added stories, so like Instagram stories, you can now have stories. So say you can post, you want to have a stream in 12 hours, you can post it on your Twitch story now, where your viewers are, not on a separate platform. So it's pretty cool.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, they definitely. So there are a lot of like pretty popular Twitch streamers that I've seen migrating to YouTube, and they're starting to do more streams on YouTube, and they're starting to do more YouTube only streams. And I think that Twitch realizes that they're going to lose. They're just losing revenue. So if like, you know, if their bigger streamers are going to be not streaming at all on Twitch to do exclusive streams on YouTube, you might as well let them restream. That way you can at least get the interaction on Twitch and
right.
You know what I mean? They realize like, it's like, oh gosh, how do I put it? Like sometimes it's worth doing something that doesn't seem like it will benefit you, but it will. Like, I don't know. It's like how Nintendo was like would crack down on people promoting Nintendo products in their YouTube videos, and they finally realized that this is
Oh, wait,
stupid.
this is free advertising.
We're getting
That
free
is-
advertising, so we should let these people talk about our games because they have millions of people and they're creating hype and they're promoting our So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you gotta think. It may not seem fiscally logical at first, but it is the right business decision in the long run to kind of like work with people and let people do sort of stuff.
To add to it, Twitch have also got a new CEO, and he's only been in for 1 or 2 months, and it sounds like he was a streamer first and CEO second, and he's got these ideas that people are actually behind and things like that. Because there's been a lot of hate with Twitch.
Which needs it. Yeah, it's been terrible.
Yeah.
It's been
terrible.
It's been getting. It's just worse and worse and worse. And honestly, like even my girlfriend, she's like she watches streamers and she's like, how come every time I turn on Twitch, there's just a woman painting her tits? I'm like, dude, I don't know, but they need to stop that, man. Like that's if you can't, you cannot. You're either a soft porn site or you're not, man. Like you cannot stop. You can't pretend. You can't be peddling pornography and then being like, no. We're not about that. Like, but it's on the front.
And then have a PG-13 rating on the system. Like,
yeah, and like Twitch used to be where kids used to go to watch people stream games, dude. It was for younger people. It was never supposed to be that, and like that's a joke. They need to do something about that. Like,
but it's one of the things that it took YouTube how many years before they actually started to take kids content seriously, started to ban comments and introduce a kids YouTube and seriously crack down on. I'm not going to introduce the topics, but if you want to look into it, you obviously can. But yeah, kids YouTube used to be open field day. Now it's settled that you can put on a playlist for your kids and you can guarantee that they're not going to get any videos that you don't want to watch. And it should be like that. But Twitch isn't like that. And, it shouldn't take controversies for a platform to want to implement these. They should just be like,
and it's like,
let's just stop doing it.
It is like a boy to simp freaking straight pipeline, because you get these kids who go on as they're like 12, 13, and they, start watching these girls, and then they start getting into their OnlyFans, and then they start, and then they end up on campsites, and then you end up with these weirdos, dude, who like spend all their money on cam girls. Like, what the hell, dude? You guys are lunatics if you're doing that, dude. Like, you waste your money on real women in real life like you're supposed to, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
Real things. Like, yeah.
If
it's not that, it's
at least you get a steak out of that fucking
or,
shit. You know what I mean? You go out, Oh man, like I can't even imagine paying for fake affection. Ugh. Just my skin crawls. Paying for someone to be like, "Oh, thank you, honey." I would. Oh my god, those girls should pay me to talk to them. Are you out of your mind?
For my time,
crazy, yeah. And you know what? And that's why they would never date these guys, and they would all want someone like me, because I'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here! My time's worth money, not yours. Get out of here." You project yourself as worthless like that. That's how girls will see you. You're nuts, dude. Like, you can't do that. Like, it's just so degrading. And oh man. Hey, but if people are happy out there doing it, whatever. You can still super chat me though if you guys want. That's cool. If you guys want to. I don't have a problem with that. You can simp for me. I don't have an issue with that, but I just
they're at AF some R streams on Twitch coming soon, guys.
Yeah. That's what I got. You guys like that?
Moving back to your collection, man. I know you've got a large DVD and Blu-ray collection as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh yeah. I probably have right around 2,000 Blu-rays.
Impressive.
I have I started kind of dabbling in TV box sets too. I don't have a whole lot of those yet, but I want to build that up and kind of get the TV shows I like.
Heck yeah, same here.
I am trying to only collect movies that I like have nostalgia for or want to watch. So I'm not just shoveling every movie onto my shelf that I find.
You don't have Turner and Hooch?
Actually, I do have Turner and Hooch somewhere. That's classic, man. You can't not have Turner and Hooch.
So to see what you mean by like shovelly where.
Hey Ted, I wanted to ask about regions. Do you only collect for Blu-rays region 1 or region A, sorry?
Um,
Or do you do a region B?
Mostly, I have a few that are region. The Blu-ray regions are confusing to me, but
It goes A for North America, B for PAL.
I have a couple that are PAL, but I don't have anything I can play them on, because of the regions, and the 4Ks are region free, I believe. So you could buy any 4K and it'll play anywhere. But yeah, mostly Blu-rays. I got a lot of. I think I'm probably 60% of my collection is probably 80s and 90s movies.
Yep.
It's all the good stuff, man.
Oh yeah, definitely all the good
It
stuff.
really is, dude. Like, it's just a different quality.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and it also depends on when you grew up. So obviously, the year that you grew up in made the best movies.
So I'm like a huge fan of practical effects. Like I am like I like old school horror movies. I like old school dark fantasies and dark fantasies, puppets and sets, and I like movies that even if they're older and they don't look as real because it's not CGI, it looks more real to me than the CGI does. Like I don't like CGI.
I agree, and I think a perfect example of that is the Star Trek movies. I like the physical models, and when they switch to CGI, I don't know, it looks worse to me.
100%, dude. The old models look fantastic, dude. Like, and the old movies look fantastic too. I really do. I think that. Like,
they still hold up.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture, even if it's 1,000 years old and it's like the slowest moving.
1979.
It looks incredible. It looks incredible. You know, the computers don't look great when they like show the computers,
right?
But you know,
you got the exterior
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing how good they look, and even think about how good Star Wars looked.
Yeah, I was going to mention Star Wars from the 70s and early 80s. Like,
looks fantastic. The models, I just think it's so much better. It's got heart. It's got like,
you know, I've only seen the original Star Wars once before they switched over to the special editions and upgraded the effects, and I don't remember it all that well. But I kind of wish I could find. I wish they would release.
No, so bad.
The original versions. I know they probably won't, but
no way.
No, not at this point. You need to go and find. They're only on VHS, right? The original, though.
They're only on VHS. Yeah.
So, yeah.
George Lucas's ego will not allow that. He is just like, but I made them better. Why would you want those? You're like, dude, can I just have what I saw when I was a kid in the theater? No. All right.
Hey Ted, I wanted to ask if you collect any like Criterion movies or any like Arrow movies, any of those collections?
I do have some Criterion. I have a couple Arrow. Honestly, I don't have very many of those yet. Like I'm looking into those, but most of the stuff I want has been released like wide and commercially, you know, so I haven't had to go that route too often.
Yeah, that's fair. I really appreciate companies that make those, you know, beautiful box sets and different things like that, and you know they take the effort to make a really nice version of your favorite movie and different things like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't collect, but I'm a big fan of the Criterion pages and the Arrow pages. I follow them all on Instagram and Twitter and things like that.
So what is that? Is that like a specific publisher or?
Yeah, it's almost like a limited run games for
like boutique.
Weird movies and
publishing.
Yeah, and they'll go back and release like
older stuff,
movies from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, but like, you know, the best movies of all time and different things like that.
So like Howard the Duck. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I got Howard the Duck in the $5 movie bin. So
Howard the Duck was the original Marvel Cinematic Universe. People don't realize that's where it all started. It was Howard the Duck.
that is true.
He's an actual Marvel superhero. I'm pretty sure he's got a comic and everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy briefly.
Oh, that's right. They had him in like the background for a second. They had him. Dude, now that would be talk about an epic comeback story. Is if like all of a sudden they came out with a huge AAA massive budget, $250 million Howard the Duck 2. That would be
Funny is
amazing.
if they were going to come out with something, it'd probably be a new video game because there's more money today in video games than.
Oh,
movies
yeah.
and
I would definitely agree.
Definitely.
If
I
you
thought-
do it right.
Yeah,
I thought the big rumor today was GTA 6 was supposed to be announced today. That was the one that was going on around online, right?
yeah. I've stopped believing these rumors at this point.
No, yeah, definitely not.
I've also heard Half-Life 3 is coming out soon.
Yes, Half-Life 3. Definitely.
Any day now.
They're going to
I
release.
don't think
it
there's a
right alongside.
single week that goes by where GTA 6 isn't trending on Twitter or on X. And I look at it, and if I don't see more than like 100,000 people retweeting it, I don't look at it because I know it's not real. Because I know when it really happens, it'll be like #1 on Twitter. I don't even want to talk about it anymore because we've mentioned it on the show and it hasn't happened. So one of those things that we'll just wait until it happens at this point. It'll happen. You know, we know for a fact that they're
Eventually.
making it because of the shareholder meetings that they've had, etc. It's just a matter of time.
It's like the Switch, the new Nintendo console. It's like I'm just waiting. So, you know, especially now, every day there's like 10 videos about rumors and speculate. And I'm like, whatever. It's going to be, we'll give it a few months. We'll find out. Everybody chill.
Right. Well, and
It was like before the
especially-
PS5 came out. You remember how many models were popping up? Like all these different console designs and what it's going to look like. And suddenly they come out with something and not one of them was even remotely close to what actually came.
Well,
No, we all went, oh, is that what it looks like?
especially with Nintendo. With Nintendo, you never know what they're going to come out with next because they're out of left field with just about everything.
Seriously, their new console could be a set of like sunglasses with a controller. You're like, here you go. This is what you're gonna do now. This is what Nintendo is. So you're like, okay.
We are VR only.
VR only.
So
One
you have
player
to,
only.
the new controller
Made of
hooks up to your tongue. Really? Yes. It has a moisture detector. Yeah, dude. What was with the Labo thing? Like, I'm a big guy. I'm really open minded and I'm into collecting and stuff. But I'm like, I'm not buying
No,
cardboard.
I did not buy
I'm
that
sorry,
either.
guys. Like, just come on. This is like, I feel like you're taking advantage.
It's going to be broken after one play session, or like you can only do it once. So like, what are you going to?
Yeah, I don't think a cardboard fishing rod is going to like stand the test of time.
No, not at all.
You know what I did kind of want to get that I thought was neat though is I never picked up the Mario Kart kit, the one where you could like with the camera and like that looks kind of fun. I wouldn't mind grabbing that.
That would have been cool. A friend of mine got that for their kids, and they said it was pretty sweet.
Looks fun.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my dog and cat would destroy it, but it would be cute for a minute.
You know what's funny about the Labo is like 6 to 12 months after they came out, they shot up in price and people were after them again. And because of how fragile they are, like everyone who had them just destroyed them. So like they became artificially collectible because of what they were.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a weird
I said
design, though. Let's you see that cardboard over there? We can sell that for $100 a pop. Let's just put Nintendo on the cardboard. We can make $100 for each of those boxes.
Madness.
Like the guy who made up that idea, you know how much he would
That's
have cost
crazy.
if he brought that to the table.
I wonder how much money they made on that compared to how much it cost to manufacture, because it couldn't have been too much, you know?
Yeah, crazy. Hey guys,
Yeah.
we're an hour into the podcast. I think it's time to play Figsy's quiz.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Let's do this thing.
All right, so as you guys know, a week ago, Mario took out Chat's quiz. So Chat have now got a new quiz. We are running 2 quizzes this season. So we have an EU quiz for Europe, and we have the NA quiz for this time slot. So currently no one's got any points for the North American quiz. Ted, this one's not for you. This is just for Chat. Chat,
Okay.
your question this week. I need the video game title. Here are your pitches. Now, to get the point, you need the full title in chat, and only one person can win it. I will leave it up for a second. While we let chat think about that, let's get into the quiz, guys.
Let's do it.
Ted, it's your first time on. Would you like to go first or second in tonight's quiz?
I'll go second.
All right, Joe, you're going to be on first tonight. So I can reveal we do have a new genre of question tonight we will be testing out, so that should be fun. We will leave that towards the end. And let's start with question number 1. All right, Joe, this one's for you. What game came with this controller? Was it Band Hero, Rock Band 3, Rock Band 2, or Lego Rock Band?
Don't recall ever seeing it with any of the Rock Band games, and I know nothing about Lego Rock Band, so I would say Band Hero.
Incorrect. Ted, for the steal.
Say Rock Band 2.
Incorrect. Correct answer was Rock Band 3.
3. Okay.
All right, question number 2. Ted, this one's for you.
Okay.
In GameCube and PC, Darkened Sky video game, the main character is known in advertising what product? Skittles, Fanta, the Game Boy Advance, or Xeron? Xero.
Oh boy. I have no idea. I'm going to shot in the dark here, and I'm going to say Skittles.
Correct answer is Skittles. Ted takes it off.
Okay.
All right, moving on to question. Joe, this one's for you.
All right.
I'm going to show you a PS3 cover, and you have to tell me what character is hidden.
What's his name? Is it Shang Tsung?
Incorrect. Ted?
Oh, shit. What's his
God.
name?
Is it Liu Kang?
Incorrect.
Is it Kung Lao?
It was Freddy
Oh.
Krueger.
Freddy Krueger? Oh, damn. Samsonite. I was way off.
I
right.
was just thinking Mortal Kombat characters only.
I thought it was the dude with the hat. I thought it was Kung Lao.
That makes
or
sense
whatever.
for them to put on characters that aren't from their
Yeah.
franchise to advertise the game, you know. All right, moving on to question 4 for Ted.
Okay.
I'm going to show you a screenshot of an NES game. You have to tell me what game it's from.
Oh.
It's an NES game? Good lord.
Oh
What
my
the
gosh.
friggin' is this not a Cannibal Corpse cover? Oh my gosh.
Wow. I got to pass on that one. I don't know.
All right, Joe.
So it's either Barbie or no, I'm just kidding. Dude, this is NES. The NES. This
Yeah.
is like a real game that got released. I could find this impossible to believe. There was
Was
released.
was this like a mainstream video game, or was this like?
I have the artwork, the
Oh.
manual, and the cart coming up after it. If you
All right,
get
all right, fine. I'm
Okay,
gonna say
okay.
I'm gonna also say it's the Nightmare on Elm Street game.
correct answer was Chiller.
Oh, it's a okay.
Chiller.
That's a
Never heard of that.
non-licensed.
Yeah, it's like a bootleg game. It's got to
Yeah.
be. Yeah, I was like, it looks like you know, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out on the Atari or something. You know, I was like, it's got to be something like
Well,
that. It's like
I mean,
a fun official bootleg thing.
Yeah, back in the day, Nintendo had to vet everything and put their seal of quality on it, so they wouldn't have
Makes sense.
put something like that out.
I didn't have any
Damn
context
you,
to the question.
Tengen!
So I couldn't help. I just want to add before we move on that we do have a correct answer from chat. Then taking the first point goes to Cyrus, who correctly answered Buck Bumble as this week's chat question, and that is correct. It was Buck Bumble. Well done, Cyrus. You take the first point.
Very cool.
All right, moving on to question number 5. Whose question is this?
It's mine.
This is for Joe. All right, Joe, I'm going to show you a Japanese PS2 game. You have to tell me what game it is.
Okay. I think it's Silent Hill. Do I have to be more specific?
Yep.
The Room?
What number is that? Is that number 3?
I think it's 4.
Incorrect.
No.
Ted?
Maybe it is 3.
Nope, I don't know this one either.
The answer was Silent Hill 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Should have given me the point when I said Silent Hill, you jerk.
No, I wanted the correct title. Sorry.
I know. There's like a ton of them on PS2, to be fair. There's Shattered Memories, there's The Room, there's 2, there's
2, 3, 4.
3. Yeah. 4.
All right, moving on to question number 6. Ted, I'm going to show you a Japanese PS2 game, and you have to tell me what game it is.
All right. Well, that wasn't on. It's not like Cubivore, is it? Something weird like that. I don't.
Is that what you want to go with?
Sure. I don't. I'm not well versed on Japanese games, so yeah, go ahead.
I like the answer, but it's not Cubivore. Joe?
Gosh, I have 0 clue.
And I believe that Cubivore was a GameCube game.
Yeah.
But I do like the thinking outside the box. Maybe you got a Japanese release.
I literally have no idea what this is. I've never seen it before. No idea.
The answer was the Gregory Horror Show.
I've never heard of that. That's cool.
I've heard of it, but
I know it got a PAL release. It might not got a North American release.
I don't believe it did. I believe it's like one of the rarer, more collectible PAL games. I didn't even know it had a Japanese release. So,
moving on to question 7. This one's for Joe, and this is going to be our picture round.
mm-hmm.
So, Joe, here's your video game.
Gosh, it's got a turkey gun, shotgun. I'm It's got. I mean, it's got to be something like Blind Hunter or something, but or like something hunt, blind hunt, dark hunt. I pass. I don't know.
Ted?
Bald Lady Hunter. I don't know.
Both incorrect. What we were looking for was Headhunter.
Headhunter.
Oh.
Okay, easy enough. The eyes closed was making me think about it too much.
Yeah, I get that. All right, moving on to question number 8, and this one's for Ted.
Okay.
Ted, here is your picture. I need the video game.
Oh, Saw.
I need more context. Is that what you want to lock in? Saw?
Ooh. Crap. Saw 2?
That is clever.
Saw 2 is correct. It
Oh, I was
specifically says in my notes, Saw is incorrect.
I thought it was
Okay,
dual
guys,
blades.
at the end of the regular
something like that.
rounds, Ted's got 2 points. Joe has yet to score. But we now move on to our new round, which will feature 11 possible points. Now, this is a new type of round. We've never done this before. So I'm going to read the rules.
I am going to figure out what the hell is going on.
Joe will be going first. I'm going to show you guys a photo of an image, and the image makes the name of a video game. However, one letter has to be changed to make the video game. Does that make sense? So if you change one letter, it makes the name of a video game. All right.
Okay.
Here is your first one, and there will be clues on the letter that needs to be changed, etc. So, Joe, here is your first one.
What the flipping hell am I looking at? What the heck is that? I no idea, dude. Pass. Literally no idea what the hell I'm looking at.
Ted?
Nope, I've got no clue.
All right. Once we start to get into it, it might make more sense. So we'll leave that one for now.
All right.
Move on to the second one. Ted, you'll be going first, Ted.
All right. Has Res? Rira? No, Res. Resident Evil? No.
Not Resident Evil. Joe?
I think it is just Res.
Res.
Unless you want Res Infinite.
Correct answer was Joe takes the point. Don't have to overthink it. They're going to be simple.
Gotcha.
All right, question 3. Joe, this one's for you.
Doom? Ah!
Correct. Joe takes another point.
This is my round, Ted. Watch out!
Scores are now tied. Joe is back in the game.
Yeah.
Here we
All right,
go.
Ted, here's your one.
Heads for the win.
Man?
Is that your answer?
I guess so.
All right, man is incorrect.
Okay.
What happened to this thing? Like, what am I looking at? Like, did Venom jizz all over this thing? Like, what the heck is going on here? Like, it's not van equals man. Vehicle equals
The name of
vehicle.
the video game, so.
I know. Mag? I don't know.
I think you guys are way overthinking this because. All right. I've ruined that one, but I'm not going to show the answers till.
Was it Spider-Man?
Yeah, that one was Spider-Man.
Spider-Van equals Spider-Man. Got it. Okay, so I was right. It did look like Venom jizz all over it. I was
Way
on the right track.
overthinking it. All I ruined that one, but let's move on to number 5. And Joe, you go first here.
All right. Gears of War? Is it Gears?
It's not Gears of War. Ted?
Metal Gear Solid.
Mm,
Metal Gear Solid.
I'll take
smart.
that. All right,
I was
moving on to
thinking pairs of war. That was a pair.
Ted, this one's for you.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. What does Jackass have to do with anything? Wait a minute. What does asshole have to do with that game? What is idiot? Ignorant asshole.
This one's for Ted.
I know. I'm just why.
Stop giving away the answers, Joe.
I don't have a clue.
We'll pass this one over to Joe.
God, I don't see how handsome fits into this equation. I don't see how incredibly good looking. Is it incredibly good looking? I don't understand. This is a game.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this troll? What the fuck is this? Bro, I don't even know. I don't even want to guess.
I will leave this one for the end. We'll move on to question 7. Joe, this one's for you.
This is hard, bro. Okay. Rayman? Yeah!
Oh,
Because he's the Rat Man. Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so proud of myself.
All right, moving on to question 8.
I'm
Ted,
like,
this one's yours.
it's a
Okay.
rat person. It's a rat man. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I know what it is.
Um. Nope. I'm at a loss on this one.
What is it, Joe?
It's RoboCop. Because it's a robo cow.
Ah!
Yeah.
I am horrible at these. All right.
These are really hard, bro.
All right, moving on to question 9. Joe, this one's for you.
Oh, it's Howard. There he is. Okay, we got a singing duck. A winging duck? No. Songbird? Wongbird? No. What the? Why is he singing? This is so weird. Pass. No, I don't know, man. Pass.
Ted?
No, you got me.
All right, we'll come back to this one. All right, Ted, you go first here.
Okay.
Wow. Like nightmare fuel. What am I?
Frog cows. What the bull? What?
This is a good one.
You definitely put this game on hard mode, man.
Oh, I know what this is. I got this one. So stupid.
Yeah, go ahead and take it away, man, because
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't
All
got
right.
it.
I believe what we're looking at are cattle toads. So these are battle toads.
Oh my god.
That's correct.
Yes.
They are battle
That was
toads.
good. Okay, that was good.
All right, number 11, Joe. This one's for you.
All right. Where's the letter? I don't see the letter part.
Oh, I think this is a demo one because I only got an answer for it. But the answer's in the other one I've got, so I can't give it to you.
Friggin' Toy
Hang on.
Story? Toy Story? Because it's a toy store?
They're
That's
fucking
what I-
guessing.
Yeah! Yeah, baby. I don't need the letters. I don't even need them. Let's go.
All right, Ted.
go.
Moving back to the start.
Okay. Oh god. Oh. Hmm. What? Nope, it's not. I was gonna say Bullet Storm, but then the B is to the T. But no. I still don't know.
All right, Joe.
Oh my god. I mean, I don't know what he is riding. What is that? Is it a rocket, a missile, a dildo? What the frick is he sitting on? Like, I don't know. Like, is it made of rubber? Is it a balloon?
It looks inflatable.
Yeah, like, and it's got explosions and fires and like, but the letter B, I can't even. Bro, literally. I mean, I don't know. I have nowhere to even begin. Like, I don't have a frame of reference.
This one, it was Tomb Raider.
Bomb Raider. Okay.
Oh.
And the other one that you guys passed on, I will just open it up to read it of you. So I'll give you 30 seconds.
Big penis, big penis, huge penis. Right? No.
No. I'm gonna reveal
incredibly handsome. It's incredibly handsome.
So the key of this one was, it's not just Joe in the photo. There's two things in the photo:
The microphone.
the microphone and Joe. Does that help?
Joe and Mike. Joe and Mac.
Oh,
I gotcha. You should put an arrow pointing to the mic to emphasize the mic.
Hey guys, I can reveal going into this round, Ted had the lead, but the final score of 7-3. This week's winner is Joe Rad. Well done, Joe.
What's up?
And well done to Cyrus for correctly getting chat's question. And thanks for playing.
This was a really hard week, dude. Oh god, that was tough. We went into the final round. The score was like 1-0 or something.
2-0.
Yeah, I was like, dude,
And then the final round
on
was
the
tough.
board. Yeah,
wow.
the Tomb Raider one, never in 1,000
No.
years I would have got that. I'm like, that's what I mean. I'm like, is it a bomb? Is it a rocket? Is it a missile? Is it a?
It wasn't impossible though. People in chat got it.
No,
so.
it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
My first thought was like Bullet Bill from the Mario games, but I'm like, okay, I don't know.
It's tough.
Well, thanks for playing, everyone, and thanks Pavel and Sylvan for doing the quiz. It was fun. We've done like 40 or 50 quizzes at this point, so to still find fresh and new questions is definitely tough, but we really appreciate it.
Yeah, it really is, dude. It's impressive.
Guys, let's move on to tonight's topic question, and this one comes from Discord. So thanks, Jason, for this one. And Jason asks, if you could have one game remade from any era, what would it be?
Now you
Yep.
mean like fully remade, not just remastered. You like
fully remade.
Def Jam Vendetta from the PS2.
really
Oh yeah, I was obsessed with that game back
the
then.
soundtrack that will never be
Yep.
again.
Nope. It was just great all around. They had the customization with all the good with all the style at the time, the music, the fighting. It
Do you
was,
like Vendetta better than Fight for New York?
I'd say I kind of lump both of them together. I'd lump
That's
both
fair.
of them.
Hmm.
But
Actually, a really good answer because we're probably never going to get that again because of how expensive it would be today.
oh god, all the music rights and all that stuff would be insane.
It would be impossible to do that today without, losing millions and possibly billions of dollars. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's a good pick.
I'm kind of torn on this answer. I want to say Scarface, but then I feel like if I could have one game that I would love to have the experience of playing, it's Mag. Because I missed out on playing Mag, and I only heard amazing things about it. 256 people all playing online together at once. And I would love for that to be a thing today. Like, I've spoken to people who played it, and they only talk good things about their game and how much fun it would have been at the time. And I would love to have that experience today. But yeah, I think after playing it for a few hours, it probably wouldn't be that amazing. But yeah, Scarface is the other one that I'd love to see. Scarface on PS5 with trophies and upgraded graphics, and that'd be amazing.
Yeah, that would be good. So I mean, there's lots of series that I would like to come back from the dead. To be honest with you, like a lot of Sega franchises, but my answer is kind of probably obvious. It's I like legitimately really want them to remake Phantasy Star 1 into like an actual brand new AAA experience. Asking for remakes though is very risky because it's like, what are they gonna do? Like, will they turn it into like an action RPG? Will they keep the same turn based? So it depends on how they do it. Obviously, whether or not how much I love it, but I absolutely love the Phantasy Star franchise, and I would love to see an actual standalone game come along that's not Phantasy Star Online. Like, I want it to just be either a remake of the original or Phantasy Star 5, like a new one. That would be absolutely amazing. It's my favorite franchise for role-playing games. I would love for it to come back.
That's good. And Phantasy Star 2 Online, it was great, but it wasn't the same, right? When they did that.
Yeah, no. So I'm, after my World of Warcraft experience, I'm completely against MMOs, like 100% against them. Like, I'm actually like against them. I'm like, not only I'm like, no, I don't want to play it. I'm like, you shouldn't play it either. They're bad for you. Like, it's like literally, it's like if I meet someone who's an alcoholic, I'm like, oh, cool. So you're addicted to this online game. It's probably ruining your life. That's cool. How's that treating you? Because it's like, dude, it's those games, they consume you, man. They do. They consume you. And for what? For what? Like, it's like a serious, weird psychological addiction because you're spending hundreds of hours of your life on pixels that don't matter. It like really upsets me. Like, it honestly does. I'm fully for games that are. I like games that are like long. You could put 200 hours in, but every game should have an ending. And it shouldn't just go on forever, and they shouldn't have this never-ending treadmill of progression that never ends, because that's just bad for people. I just
100% agree. I have to be able to move on. I cannot keep playing the same game day after day after day after day. There has to be an end, and I have to be able to move on and play something different.
Yeah.
I get too bored with it.
Well, it becomes something else where it's not a hobby, it's not fun. It becomes something else where it's like a habit. It becomes a habit, and you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And it's like, for me, like I said, and there's plenty of people out there that have no problem with it and they play like normal. It's like people who can casually drink versus people who are alcoholics. Some people have no problem. Some people do. I'm one of those people who has a problem. Like I can't be in. I have like a bad completionist bug where I'm just like, I shall do everything. How many achievement points are there? 80 million? I will have them all. Like, I'm just like, I can't stop. So I cannot play games like that. Like, they're not for me.
Joe, I wanted to add, as much as I do agree with you for most games, there are certain games, or I thought of PUBG, for example, like, it wouldn't make sense if that game had an ending, because games are 30 minutes.
But
that's it. The game's 30 minutes. If you want to play it for
I think that's
5
different.
years, then you play it for 5 years.
Mhm.
But, the
match-based games are different. That's slightly different.
Yeah, those you can jump in, get out.
Yeah, you're in and out, and you feel satisfied. You've completed that thing. Wow. Oh my god, dude! I sat for weeks just trying to get a fucking dragon to spawn to kill it, just with alarms and modes. And I would stay up, sleeping next to my computer with my speakers turned up loud. So if the thing showed up, it would set off alarms, and I'd wake up and try to run over and get it, and I'd find its corpse dead on the ground and be like, no, just scream and like lose my bro. Like
just waking up at 4 a.m. for what? For what,
dude? I for weeks, man. And you know what the name of the mount was? It's called the Time Lost Proto Drake, which is the most appropriately named thing I've ever seen in my life, because I lost so much time waiting to try to get this stupid ass thing. And you know what happened if I got it? I would have went Nito, and I rode around for 5 seconds, and I would have put it away, and with my other 100 mounts, and I would have gone on to the next thing. And
you would have been the guy who did it.
But it's not. There's no satisfaction, because it never ends. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's just the next thing. It's just the next thing. It's the same problem you can have with collecting, is if you're trying to collect everything, you're never going to feel satisfied. You're going to constantly be like, oh, I need this, I need that. You could get you could get a Holy Grail, and that feeling is gone in 24 hours, because now you need the other 10 that you
now you're on to the next Holy Grail.
Yeah, exactly. And I am totally against that. Like, I'm just like, nope, I want to have a very specific plan for my collecting, and I want to be like, I got that shmup. I've wanted that thing for like 2 years. That's my big purchase for right now. I have it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not even going to think about buying anything fancy or expensive for a little while. Like, I'm just going to,
I don't know. That doesn't sound like you.
Meanwhile, would you like to see my pickups?
He sent us a photo of all the mail he's got. It was like the whole table.
That was absurd. I don't know how that was just a coincidence. Like, I'm like, I don't know why all of the shit showed up at the same time.
Hey guys, I want to talk about some new segments that we're going to be airing. So, we mentioned it on last week's show, and I started it this week. So in the Discord, we now have 3 new little channels in there, and they're all for the podcast. So one of them is going to be memes for the podcast. So we're going to be showing off you guys' memes, which I've got ready for you in a second. We've also got pickups for the podcast. And as you just heard previously, a question that was asked, that question came from the podcast. So if you do have any questions, if you're asking them in chat and they don't get answered, jump over into the Discord, ask the question, and we will dedicate a segment to answer every single reasonable question that gets asked in there. Mm-hmm. And let's get into the memes, guys. So all these memes, some of them are video game related, some of them aren't. They're all sent in by you guys, so thanks for all the content. I really appreciate it. Video games causes violence. Someone with a little brain. Someone with a big brain. Just because I'll punch you in the nose after this doesn't mean games are to blame.
Oh, man.
I think this is a Durex ad, this one.
Yep.
That's a custom console, one of a kind, super rare, ultra unique.
It doesn't look that bad to me, honestly.
Is that the new LeBron plate?
Yeah, I would rock
that. You could say that on the wall in the Louvre, right?
Honestly, though, hold that up to the new LeBron plates. You pretty much get the same thing. Same quality.
Van Driver unlocks the gold skin after capturing a thousand.
Impressive.
Bacco Gutsuara, age 9, always wanted a Nintendo console. Have a However, due to him being extremely poor, living in Venezuela, it was only a distant dream. Using his creativity with the help from his uncle, he made a cardboard Super Mario game, posted it on YouTube, and the video went viral. Thanks to the video, the Nintendo CEO, Doug Bowser, personally traveled to Venezuela to give Paco a cease and desist order and sue his family for $200 million.
Yep. And that's what you deserve, you dirty scalper, you dirty thief, you pirate, you. How dare you?
Here we have the new title, Bong Hero.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm a CRT gamer. What does that mean? That means he's afraid of flat panel displays. No, it doesn't. 8K, OLED, HDR. Stop it, you're scaring him.
Don't be hating on CRTs.
Talking about. 1 hour here is 7 years on Earth. Good, we wait here for GTA 6 to be released.
Seriously. God.
Tinder is for rookies. Go to Facebook Marketplace and search for wedding dresses. It'll show you recently divorced females in your area. From there, you can filter by size.
Dude.
Why flat earthers are affected by 5G and normal people aren't.
It makes sense. It makes sense. The science lines up on this one.
How about a video game? Are you going to play it? Are you going to play it?
All right, that one's
True.
A
Yep,
little too
this is
accurate.
true.
What do gamers hate the most? Low FPS? Bad teammate? Connection lost? Mum called to pull us the online game.
Gonna have to go with low FPS, boys. Gonna have to go
If
with
you guys
low
have any
FPS.
memes, post them in the Discord. The channel's called Memes for Meme Time, and it'll be under the podcast section. So if you want your memes shown on the show, just post them in there, and we'll get them up.
Mhm.
And while we're on Discord, let's bring up everyone's pickups for the week. So we'll do the Discord pickups first.
Very cool.
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna show the
Also,
channel.
if you guys want to show off your game rooms, it doesn't have to be pickups in general. Like if you just want to show off your collection or show off your setup for your TV and your game, like that sort of stuff, you can send that in too. We'd like to show that too, especially game rooms. I love game room pics just as much as I like game room tours and stuff. So if you got anything you want to show off, bring it on over.
So Turner picked up a bunch of games. We've got the Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition. It's pretty awesome.
Nice. Cult of the Lamb, Forspoken, Valkyrie Elysium.
Yeah, there's some nice games in there. Bloodstained, Curses of the Moon 2.
Yeah. I have like all those games. The only thing I haven't played
Click next on the
Risen, I haven't played.
not Discord. Nice. Cult of the Lamb. Let's go.
Very cool. What the heck? Green? What is the...
What are these green cases?
No, that's cool. I want to pick up Wild Hearts. That's been on sale recently. I've been meaning to pick that up.
Cyrus has got a bunch of new Switch games. I know Cyrus is going for the full
Nice.
Switch set.
Oh my lord! You're going for a full Switch set, sir? Wow.
That's cool. That's
Some
ambitious.
nice style of the new Rune Factory 3. Inspector Gadget. I didn't know that meant an Inspector Gadget game.
That's a new game, I think. Looks pretty good. And then I have to get that. See that Legend of Bumbo? That's a Binding of Isaac spin-off game. I have to pick that up before that.
Really?
all of Man's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So
Yeah, but the Legend of... It's not like Binding of Isaac. It's like a card-building, roguelike, deck builder type game. But
I believe this is the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 console.
Yeah. I've been meaning to pick one of
That's
those up.
cool.
Those are pretty cheap. I like that controller it comes with.
You got more Switch games from Cyrus?
Is es auf der Luftwaffe? Good stuff there. Slane's really good. I love that. The Trails. Metal Gear
The
Solid.
Metal Gear Solid collection.
Just kidding. That Operation Wolf, I need to pick that up on PSVR. That's
Sniper
PSVR
Elite
too.
is on the Switch. Wow.
Yeah, I want to get all of those. I think everyone but the first ones on PS4 now. I think 2, 3, 4, 5.
So I say he's missing 150 games for the full set.
That's
so
amazing.
Wow.
That's impressive. There are a lot of games for that thing.
How many Switch games are you up to at the moment, sorry?
That's really ambitious. That's crazy.
Here we go. Baby steps towards the full set. Less than 150 missing 2017 to 2023. So we got some more Switch pickups.
That's
some really nice titles in here.
That's
We
gonna
got the
be
Nintendo Labo at the back.
an absurdly valuable collection, sir, someday.
That is crazy. That is awesome.
I
don't
mean,
know
it
if we're
already is.
pushing-
at this point, yeah.
Oh, that's what I mean. It's already insane how much the Switch is worth, like the games.
Oh no!
Oof.
No, that sucks.
Ooh. That hurts.
Aces of the Fail Waffle.
It's not a double. It was posted previously, but this is what the other one looked like. So that sucks. And that's all the Discord pickups for the week. So guys, if you want to see your stuff in here, post them in the group, and we'll show you on every single show. So yeah. Thanks, Cyrus and Tona and everyone else who contributed. And yeah,
Very
thanks
cool.
for being awesome. If you want to join the Discord, there will be a link below. And jump in. It's free to join.
Yep. So post your memes, post your pickups, post your game rooms, and send Figsy your dick pics. Do it up.
Don't do the third thing. But if you want to chat, I'm in there most days, just chatting, playing games with people. So feel free to join. And I think that leads
like,
to,
no, people are going to do that, you asshole. Don't say that. People take very little encouragement.
I'm gonna receive these weird photos. Joe told me to send this to you.
Exactly.
Oh god. All right, Cyrus is saying he's up to 1,650 games regular edition.
That's amazing. I think I have
Close to 2,300, just everything. That's insane.
I'm up to almost. I'm probably around between 350 and 400 Switch games or something like that.
I'm at like the 200 mark, and the number's not going up anymore. It'll be a while before
I slowed down
games.
significantly.
For Switch, I probably have about 60, and I just picked up Super Mario Wonder. I really only get the first party stuff.
That's one I do want, but I'll won't wait for a price drop, but I'll wait until I find it for a decent price. You know, it'll happen at some point. I mean, that leads to our pickups, guys. Who would like to go first?
I'll go.
Yeah, go for it, Joe.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Alrighty, so the first thing I got is another one of those dungeon crawler games I keep talking about because that's been my kick lately. So I picked Undernaut's Labyrinth of Yomi.
Ooh, that looks good.
It does look good, and it is another RPG dungeon crawler type thingy. Where you just walk through dungeons and you do turn-based combat and you gear up and you do stats and you do shit like that.
Oh, cool.
I like this stuff. I'm like really into these games. They're simple, they're fun, they're relaxing. So these other two games, I actually own these on PS5, but I told you I've been like kind of like switching back over to PS4, so I've been getting those. So I picked up Star Ocean Divine Force.
Oh, nice.
I already beat this on PS5, and I really enjoyed it. But like I said, I just wanted to pick it up for the PS4 because there'll be 3 Star Ocean games now.
You got the first one that came out like almost 10 years ago.
Yep, and then this one, and then the new one that's coming out soon. So I'm gonna pick them all up to have them all on PS4.
I was just wanting to ask why you've got that. So it's got the free PS5 upgrade. How long do you think it'll be until we stop seeing PS4 games with the free upgrade?
Oh,
I have no idea, man.
I don't see them releasing PS4 games too much longer.
I've heard that once the Slim is officially released, that's the end of the PS4 production.
Oh, it's got to be, yeah.
I heard that no more PS4 games are be coming out once the Slim is the main model. That's what I was told, but I don't know if that's true or not.
It'll be a sad day, but I think people going for full PS4 sets will be like, thank God.
No, seriously, I'm that way.
Is it still going to be FIFA and Just Dance until the end of time? I don't know.
There'll be limited run PS4 games.
Oh, yeah, limited run,
2030.
sure.
Like, that's not stopping. There'll be 2,000 of them before they stop. I'd be like, "What's that house? Is that your neighbor's house?" No, that's just where my PS4 collection lives.
Yeah, that's my limited run room. So same thing with this game. I have it on PS5. I've already played it. I've already beat it, but I just wanted to pick it up. It was pretty cheap, so I picked up the Valkyrie Elysium.
Nice.
You know, the
67
PS1 game is
games in the library. Yeah.
PS1 game is worth like $400. The PS2 games are like $50-$60 still. So you never know. It's a good series. It might be worth something someday. And it is a good game. It's actually really fun. It's just super short. I don't know if anyone's played it.
Limited Run have passed 500 PS4 games at this point.
Be right
That's
back.
crazy. All right. So this next one, this is one that I actually like. I would point out on people's radars, so to speak, like something that I think will be collectible and valuable. It's called Eterna Noctis.
Oh, cool cover art. I love the crown.
Yeah, so this is a like 2D action Castlevania, Metroidvania type game. It's got really, really gorgeous artwork. It's got really good reviews. And as far as I know, it only got released in PAL USK. I do not
That's
think
an
there are any
interesting
other
way
versions of this.
for PAL games to be released too. Has that got a barcode on the back?
Yeah.
So that artwork on the front where you've got 2 ratings is usually only on collector's editions. It's weird to see the German and the Peggy, the USK and the Peggy logo both on one cover. That's not a collector's edition. That has a barcode. That's really weird.
It is very strange, and it's a good game. Let's put it this way: it's got that combination of like it's a good game. It's rare. I don't think it's like known. It's kind of flying under the radar, so to speak. But this will be like one of those down the road hidden gem type games. Like, oh, I wish I'd known that game's so good. Blah blah blah. Anyway, yeah, pick it up if you can. Eterna Noctis. I have it on PS5 too. So all 3 of those games I already have on PS5, but I just bought the PS4 versions because I wanted them.
Nice.
And then I went and did it. I did it, and I am already regretting what I've done. I've made a terrible.
Cyrus just mentioned that there is a collector's edition, so you might have the game from the collector's edition because normal games don't.
Oh, that's fair.
Right? So that makes sense.
Could be. So I went ahead and I broke the seal, and I gone and done something stupid because now the floodgates are open and it's never gonna end.
What have you done, Joe? What have you done?
I bought my first import.
Ooh.
It's the best of version too.
It is. It's the greatest. It's like the greatest.
Oh, Joe, what are you doing to me?
It's Daytona Twin B. It's a little shmup shooter PS1, and it's a cute 'em up. I don't know. Twin B is like iconic. It's just like a super fun QE shoot 'em up type thing. The Japanese PS1 shmup library is insane. It's really good and it's really expensive. So this is like me just like dipping my toes in the water. I'm just gonna start getting a couple of these here or there, and the whole point is like I said, my emulator in my disk drive will play these games. So I just pop these in my PC and play them like a regular game, and it upscales them and puts them in 60 FPS, makes them look fantastic.
That is cool.
And I was, forever. The only reason I didn't really get into it because I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to play them on, what kind of hardware I'm going to use. I don't want to get a Japanese PS2, or maybe I'll get a PS3 test system, or I don't know. But then I was like, oh crap, this just works on my PC. So I can play them right now. So anyway, that's the first, and there's already a couple more in the mail. So
That's good.
It will not be the
floodgates are open, ladies and gentlemen.
They literally are, and this is why when people are like, "How come you don't?" I'm like, "You don't understand. I'll buy 1,000 of them. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna buy 3 of them. Like I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna have a Japanese shelf. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just how I roll. Like it's.
Well, I'm about to show something that opens the floodgate too. So.
Oh good God! What you got, man?
I got some pickups. So I made a trade with one of you guys. Doesn't want me to bring up his name, but really, really good guy. He usually trades his games into EB games, and then I give him much money. So I'm happy to trade for different games that I've got on eBay. So we have Atomic Heart for the PS5. I believe this is like a horror shooter type game. It's meant to be really good too. I think Joe talked about it a couple of times, so might give this one a go before I sell it.
It's like a first-person
It
shooter.
looks good from what I've seen.
It's supposed to be great. Made by like a Russian company or something.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. And then we have Flat Out Total Insanity, made by
Yeah.
Big Bad. This one looks pretty fun.
Yeah, that one's decent.
I love Flat Out as a franchise. That's one of my I have Flat Out 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 3 got like really bad reviews, but I've heard 4 was a little bit better. So
I'll give it a go. I like those type of games.
me too.
Next, we have Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song. I don't know much about this one, to be honest. Sort of looks like it's one of those like Beyond Two Souls type games that you have consequences from the decisions you make in the game, etc.
Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade is like a tabletop D&D type game. It's like Werewolf the Apocalypse and Vampire the Masquerade are like the same universe, and it's just like D&D, but it's based on whether being a werewolf or being a vampire, basically.
That's cool.
Yeah, those games are fun. Like they got kind of pooped on, but I like them.
I got AAA banger here. We have SpongeBob.
That's a good game.
The Cosmic Cake. I will actually play this one.
That's a good game, dude. It's really fun.
And then I have a game that is right up Joe's alley. This is Screaming Joe right all over it. We have Remade on the Switch.
Hell yeah, dude.
For Halloween, October, so it came in at the right time.
I've been looking into picking that one up.
Yeah,
and then we're talking about opening floodgates. I got some Pokemon cards.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
So I'll show you guys the shiny ones. We have Snorlax, Tinkermon, Great Tusk, Great Tusk EX, and Pawmot EX. Yeah. So that were my pickups for the week. Something a little bit different, but exciting to get stuff in the mail, that's for sure. What do you got to show us, Ted?
Well, I haven't really picked up much in the last couple weeks, but I've got Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I've already platinumed.
How was it? Like, sell it to me, because I played all the other Assassin's Creed games, and I haven't picked it up yet.
This one, it takes place in Baghdad. It's a side shoot story of Valhalla. It really brings it back to the classic Assassin's Creed games, like 1 and 2. Like, it brings back the more stealth elements and the parkour and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it. I know it took about 25-30 hours to beat, I think, to platinum.
I'll wait for a price drop, but I will pick it up when it's like $20-$30, you know.
Oh yeah, that'll be definitely worth it. This is what I'm working on right now.
Nice.
Ran 2. It's a good game, but it's been rather buggy for me.
You're not alone.
Crashes, glitches, freezing the console. Like
that AAA experience that we all come to expect.
Oh yeah. I had to reset or restart, shut down and restart the game yesterday to get it to acknowledge that I finished a mission.
That's what I'm saying about Sony this generation. I'm telling you, man. Like
Yeah,
the quality, the quality control is just freaking abysmal. Like, I bet Super Mario Wonder plays fine, no problems.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
no problems, no patches, no downloads. You put it in, I bet it plays.
Yep.
I bet there's no problem.
There was no download when I popped it in yesterday. It was, bam, up and running, just like that.
That's so frustrating, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm so salty right now because of my PSVR 2 headset. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good, man.
I don't mean to be negative. It's like the 4th time I've sent it out in like less than a year, and I'm starting to be like, dude, like it's in the mail more often than I get to play it. You guys are making me real pissed. Like I'm gonna start asking for my money back soon. Like this is crazy.
Picked up
Okay,
this
cool.
guy here.
Mhm.
Get the Glare, Red Dead Redemption.
Mhm.
I didn't realize it got a PS4 release as well. I thought it was just PS5. So it's kind of cool to see it on a PS4 case.
I'll pick it up on PS4 just because I have Part 2 on PS4.
Apparently, it's not
my brain works.
physically. It's not physically on PS5 yet. I guess that's coming later, from what I understand. But I'm kind of excited.
I'll wait for that souped up version. Oh wait, it's the same freaking.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. And then today, this is what I picked up today, and I don't know, like we talked about. We're not even sure if this is all on the disc.
It'll be, I'm not hating, man. Like if you like Metal Gear and you're gonna have a great time, that's a great game, and it'll play fine. It's just as a collector, I have beef with it.
Oh yeah, and
normal people don't. Normal people are like, what are you talking about?
Normal people just don't care. I've played.
What do you mean? I put it in and it worked after downloading for like an hour.
Exactly.
What do you mean it's not on the disc? It worked. Like, yeah, it works today, but what happens when the servers aren't around and you want to play it and you just can't? Like, that'll be a thing one day,
Right, and the only Metal Gear Solid game I've actually played was 5. So I've never played the old game.
Wow. Okay.
So,
enjoy, man. Enjoy.
Oh yeah.
My personal favorite's free, so I'm gonna buy the remaster for free when it comes out. But I'm not gonna buy these ones because I've played them all on the PS3, and the experience should be the same.
Yeah, definitely.
There's really no difference to the Legacy Collection or the HD Collection.
No, they're identical. There is literally no difference as far as I know.
If anything, they're worse.
Exactly. Even on the Switch, it doesn't even run at 60 FPS. It's 30. Come on, guy.
And besides Mario Wonder, which I didn't think to grab, that's the only thing. That's the only games that I've picked up in the last 2 weeks, I think. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been waiting to pick that up. I really got to get it. Looks freaking amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
I have started a new game this week. City Skylines 2 came out Wednesday, and I'm a massive fan of City Skylines 1. I got it for $1 off Game Pass on Xbox, the base version, but at this point the other versions have only got a couple more items in the game, so you get the same experience. Now the game actually got pretty bad reviews online, which I find quite interesting. So I have a PC that is on the lower end of the scale in terms of being able to run this game, and for me, I'm about 20 hours in 3 days. Yeah, I didn't really sleep last night. I went to bed at 5 a.m. But it's taking over my life. But I haven't crashed once on my PC. Running great. Little bit of performance issues I noticed last night when my city got to a certain size. I just turned the graphics down 1 and it went back to normal. I'm probably not going to be able to stream by playing it, but I assume that going in. But yeah, the reviews online are really bad for it, saying the game's not running, and my experience is the complete opposite of that, and I feel like I'm using hardware that would struggle with it. So it's quite interesting seeing bad reviews for a game where you're having a good experience. Have you guys dealt with that before?
I've played tons of games that people said are bad and I've enjoyed.
Hell, I enjoyed
many times.
I enjoyed that most recent Saints Row game and Gotham Knights, which everybody was crapping on. I had a good time with the gameplay and stuff like that. I know Saints Row was.
Yeah, everyone crapped on for Spoke, and that game's not that bad.
Yeah, that's interesting to hear. You're probably the first person to say you had a good experience with that, so that's good to hear. That I've heard anyway. I know someone who bought it day 1 and they were pissed off at the franchise 2 days later.
I think that people are too easily influenced, obviously, by other people's opinions, and people want to always feel like they have the correct opinion, and so they'll just
Absolutely.
they just go on with whatever they hear first. So that's why, like, the news and the media and everybody, they want to get to you first, because whoever gets to you first gets to form your formative opinion, and then it's really hard to change someone's opinion after they've formed their formative opinion. It's like it's like of course, it's just like if you don't know somebody, and you're like, who's this person, and so your friend goes, that guy's a dick, and that's all you know. You don't know anything else. That's all you know is your friend says that guy's a dick. And now forever, when you see that person, you're just going to be like, that guy's a dick. And you're not, no reason. You have nothing to back it up. They could be wicked nice. They could be wicked polite. They never did anything wrong with you. It doesn't matter, because that's the first impression that you got, that someone gave you. And it's hard to convince people to change their mind. It's like they say, like, it's like, it's one thing. It's easy to scam someone, but it's like impossible to convince someone they've been scammed. Like, they won't believe you. You know what I mean? They're like, no, I haven't. Everything, it's not. And I'm like, dude, that's a scam. They're like, no, it isn't. And I'm like, all right, whatever. It's that same thing. Like, people don't want to be wrong, and they don't want to feel like they're insecure, and they think that they can't. I don't know.
You are spot on, and I think it's quite interesting. One of my friends messaged me, and we're talking about what we're playing, and I told him City Skylines 2, and the response was, I've heard it's really bad. Like, I hasn't played it at all, but
how is it?
The response of how you've heard. And it's interesting to hear that. So
I definitely prefer to play something for myself instead of listening to the reviewers. As somebody in the chat here, nuts and bolts in the chat here, says they don't trust the professional reviewers anymore, and I completely agree.
I 100%.
I know for a fact, and everyone can agree with me, if someone's getting a product, say from Sony, Nintendo, Xbox, and they're reviewing it, and they're getting the product for free, they have to post positive about it. Because if they post negative about it, they're never going to receive something else again. Yep. So, like, that should just show that all reviews have that conflict of bias, already there. It's a bad system, you know.
That's why I like YouTubers who don't get sent stuff. I like the ones that, like, talk about emulation and shit, so they ain't getting free stuff. You know what I mean? Like, the YouTubers who are talking about emulation are not getting free stuff. Like, Nintendo.
The ones that say who it is, and it works in all forms of YouTube. I watch a football YouTube channel one of the best football YouTube channels on YouTube, doesn't get invited to awards or anything, because he says it how it is and calls out like Qatar for being
honest,
rigged for the World Cup, and FIFA, blah blah blah, and all these other ones are just fake and say what they want you to say, and they get the sponsorship deals.
And not only on the other end of it too, there's a lot of politically motivated attack campaigns against companies and people that, like,
absolutely.
It's like, they were like attacking the Five Nights at Freddy's guy because he said something about being a Christian or something. Like, I could give a rat's ass about either way of this part of the debate, but it's just like, what does this have to do with this stupid game about robots and pizza and stuff? Like, guys, it's nothing to do with it. Stop it.
I'm going to touch on a comment quickly. JML said Gamer of Ranks.
Game Ranks is awesome.
And I 100% agree with that. They do the before you buy videos, and he will say if a game's bad, he will say it. And I will watch those videos and then go out and buy the game after watching one of those videos. I don't think I've been let down by one of them too. Like,
authenticity is the biggest currency in today's market, because I think that everybody knows that everyone else is so full of it these days. It's just like I said, it's like the same thing I was getting to with the ads and it's just like so fake and so unreal. It's just so fake. Like I said, I like people who are ugly and imperfect and have real opinions. Like, I'd much rather have somebody who's authentic and real, who I disagree with, than someone who I think is every opinion the same as mine, who's just like, I don't feel is authentic. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, are they pandering to me? Are they just trying to manipulate me, or are they being for real? Like, I like authentic people, which is, clear with the YouTube people I like. It's all the people who are like a little outcasty, or like a little bit like, hey,
We can't monetize this video.
Yeah.
We're not making money on it, but I still want to get the information out there. Things like that.
Yeah, and like you said, they're real. Like the games that are good, they're good, and the games they don't like, they're not gonna blow smoke up your ass and tell you it's the greatest thing. Like,
but this isn't a new thing. If we go back to 2001 Christmas time, the biggest GameStop were being paid the most money by whoever made the Matrix game. The Matrix game was their game of the summer. It was a terrible game, but that didn't matter. All the employees had to sell a certain amount of copies of this game. So they all had to pump up that this was the great game. This is the game to buy. And it was one of the worst games ever fucking made. And so many people bought it on the promise that this is...
Now, I did really like the martial arts in that game. Where you like the bullet time slow motion and the like running up the walls and stuff. I had a lot of fun with that. But
that could, if that was done properly though, in a good game, that would have been
right.
Great,
but you're right. The game overall was terrible.
But it was sold as like, Grand Theft Auto or The Matrix. Which one?
and so for me too, when it comes to reviews and stuff, especially like. It really depends on what type of gamer you are, man. Like I'm like somebody who like likes difficult games. So if a game's like too hard, I'm into it. But like the reviewers aren't. They're like, this game sucks. It's not fun. It's too hard. It's not easy. It's not accessible enough. It isn't accessible. It's not accessible. I keep dying and losing, so that means it's not accessible enough because you suck. You suck at the game, and you're supposed to be good. And I like games that are hard. And if it's too hard, I like that. That's a good. It's like we were there's another Discord I'm in, and we were talking about the new Ghosts and Goblins game, and like the reviews are like it's terrible. It's too hard. Everything kills you, and you can barely move, and you can't outrun your enemies, and you got to be pinpoint precision. And we're all like, sounds so good. I don't know why this guy's so upset. Everything I'm reading is music to my ears, baby. It sounds like such a great game. Like, what are you complaining about? That sounds awesome. So it's like, reviewers...
you brought up when Demon Souls first got released, and North America gave it bad reviews. Everyone hated it over here because it was too hard and they couldn't play it. And it's one of the biggest selling games in the last 15 years. Just guess what? You guys suck.
Yeah, because the community made it good.
I'll cop to that. I mean, I could not. I couldn't get into Bloodborne because it was just too punishing for me. I'm more of a. I want to feel like a badass in my games. I want to feel like I'm like just like.
If you put the time in, Ted.
Yeah.
I
know.
Bloodborne too.
So I don't. So I don't want like all my games to be like Bloodborne hard. That's not the idea either. Like I like Devil May Cry and God of War when you just walk around like just slaughtering everything. Don't get me wrong, that's great, but like I don't think a game's bad if it's too hard either. Like it's like exactly. Shmups. It's the same thing. Like bullet hell shmups. Like I might be in the mood for that, but I'm not gonna play that every day all day. I'm gonna play freaking Stardew Valley and smoke and hang out and chill and pick some berries, dude. You know what I mean? Like it's
having those games. I like to always have a full-on game I'm playing and a relaxing game to play.
Exactly. But these people are like, no, it's all got to cater to me all the time. I want all my games to be relaxing. It's like if I went into like Stardew Valley and I'm like, this isn't like Dark Souls. What the hell, man? Like, I want the slimes. Yeah, I want to go into the mines and have it be like dodge rolling and freaking blah, blah, blah.
I'd argue that you can do that in Stardew Valley because you can make the game hard.
You can.
Going to floor 500 in the Skull Caverns and doing it that way and things like that.
you can. Well, either way, that's
the point. I'm not. The community have made like challenge runs for you to do that, and
yeah, but the point is that's not what the game's supposed to be. So why would you want it to be something else it's not supposed to be? I'd say it's like complaining that your new the new Mario Kart doesn't have enough RPG elements. Well, I mean, yeah, maybe, but that's not what it's for, dude. Like, it's not what that experience is. So, like, just because you like a certain thing and you want other things, it's just, I don't know. It's a weird attitude that people have. They literally expect everything to cater to them and have no like flexibility on maybe trying something new that's not exactly catered for them. It's like, it's a very interesting attitude. I don't understand it. Like, I'm just a completely, and it's just not how it was. Like, back in the day, like, you got your Nintendo game and it is what it is. That's just what it is. You either can play it or you can't beat it. You can either beat it or you can't beat it. You can either, it's just, this is what is expected of you. Here it is. That's what it is. And there was no whining. There was no complaining. There was no one like, Ninja Gaiden is too hard.
Back in those days, we kept trying. We kept trying until we beat it.
Your friends would just say, get good, you suck. That's all you got.
So you just brought up in a memory of when GTA 6 gets released. There's going to be a crowd of people that aren't happy, regardless of the type of game it is, because of political scenes today and what's right and what's wrong in video games.
Yep, absolutely. Blah, blah, blah. It's going to be...
It's either going to go one way or the other, and
it's either going to be too woke or it's going to not be woke enough.
Yeah, and because of how big it is, it doesn't matter what way that they go down. It's going to cause a scene in.
Dude, if they have any sense, they will go full South Park and try to be as offensive as possible. Yeah. Use it as a selling point. Let their attacks sell your game for you. Have them come out and say, this game is the most offensive game we've ever seen. And everyone will go, oh, yeah, I'll buy 10 copies, baby. Are you kidding me? That you're saying this is like incredibly offensive and it's hell yeah, give me 20 of them, please.
Well, you see how well a boycott works. Hogwarts Legacy, which people were so pissed about, sold like gangbusters, that sold it.
It's great. I loved it.
Copies, yeah. So it's like,
and like it helped their sales. That's a perfect example, Ted, of exactly what I'm trying to articulate. Is we've reached a point where everyone dislikes these people so much who do that if you do that, it's actually a boon in sales.
Exactly.
It's like you're saying, oh, so all these people that I don't like say that this thing's bad, I have to support it. You literally are creating support for it where it wouldn't exist otherwise. We wouldn't care. We wouldn't even look. And it goes.
I read a theory. This is way off topic, but I read a theory that the Stop Oil people. Yeah. I read a theory that they're actually employed by oil companies to
make everybody hate.
Yeah, to make everyone hate.
Dude, that's a legitimate.
And I'm like,
theory.
I can't believe this because no one would be this fucking annoying about like getting paid.
It's absurd. Yeah, and do you think there's literally one person who has ever like looked at those people and been like, they're right. I'm convinced. There's no one. There's not a single human being on this planet that's like, oh, see that dude glued to the ground there making me late from work? I guess we'll stop using oil. Get me a bicycle, guys. Here we go. Get me a rickshaw. Everybody, this is what we're gonna do now. Like, ridiculous. I saw a wicked funny meme of some girl like flying on a plane in her Stop Oil shirt.
Yeah, I see that one too.
Guys, it's like, what are we doing here? It's called performative wokeness. It's a huge problem. So I'll tell you what it is, and I don't want to get too off topic and go into this. But if you have no talent, if you're not attractive, if you're not smart, and you're not funny, and you have no skills, and you can't paint, you can't sing, and you can't do, and you have nothing going for you whatsoever, how do you get attention?
You shit on stuff.
Political activism. Now you're fighting the good fight. You're a hero. No, you're not. You're an idiot. You're a joke, and everyone thinks you're a joke. If you want to be a hero, join the army. Go jump on some planes and save some people.
Yeah.
Do something for real. Go on a trip to Africa and help people and build it. And join the Peace Corps. Actually, do something. But these people aren't. They don't. It's a joke. They're literally just want clicks and likes and attention. That's all it is. It's so pathetic.
The real heroes today, the people doing like the people that are cleaning up the oceans and doing things like that.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing something, yes, and they're not like just sitting on the beach saying, go swimming, dicks. This plastic in the
They're not
ocean.
protesting
They're out
in
there
front of
doing
companies making
something.
plastic. They're picking
Yeah.
it up and they're doing
Correct.
the opposite. Like,
If the stop oil
Yep.
people were serious, they'd be out planting trees. They'd be out
Yeah.
cleaning. They'd be out, like you said, they'd be out doing something.
well, that
It's
would be
not-
the people that are, when there's an oil spill, that they're out there cleaning the animals and cleaning up after it and different. things
Correct.
like
No one's mad at those people. No one
No.
thinks they suck. High five,
that. They're awesome.
people who clean up. the
I
little
guarantee you,
trees.
they're not the same people laying in front of cars.
No, those people are lunatics. And also, how can you afford to be an activist? How do you pay your bills? Think about this for a minute. How is this working? How do you get paid to walk around just being a dick all day? Because you're a trust fund baby or something. You're probably rich. These are like spoiled.
Or
little
like
rich kids.
my
Something.
theory at the start, they are actually the oil companies. It's
Yeah,
all-
who's paying for it?
That's
That's why.
we've got off topic, so it might be time to end this one. Ted, before we go, have you got any social media pages you want to plug or anything?
Well, crap. Well, I haven't used YouTube in a while, but I still have my channel up with old collection videos on it. Tedo8405 on YouTube.
Send me a link and I'll put it in the description. So if you guys want to check out Ted's collection, you can check it out there on YouTube. And if you guys want to see your pickups or any memes on next week's show, jump over into the Discord and post them in the groups. Also, if you have any questions that you want to get answered, you want us to film it, even an episode around a certain topic, throw it in the questions to be answered, and we'll get to those as well. And thanks
Also-
to everyone who's already contributed. It's been really awesome.
What is our next episode, Figsy?
I guess it's Halloween, isn't it?
That's right. Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing like a special, like extra long episode. Probably like
We're gonna
3
have
to 4
special
hours.
guests on. We're gonna have some really cool pickups. It'll be a Halloween themed quiz.
Reggie's going to be there, he said, by the way. He confirmed.
We got special guest Radical Reggie who will have coming on as well, guys. More to be confirmed, so it should be really fun.
Yeah, should be a good time.
And Ted, thanks so much for coming on, man. It was awesome.
Thanks for having me on. This was fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I know,
Thanks
it's
for
good. I've
coming.
known you for a long time, so it feels good to actually chat face to face finally.
Yeah, definitely.
Very fun.
Wow.
Sorry if I went off on a few tangents there. And
No, it's all good.
If you made it to the 2 hour point, I'm sure people are used to you by now, Joe.
yeah, about 2 hours in, I started like going off the rails.
All right, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Good.
Peace.
See
Bye,
ya.
everybody.
You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting nerds, and come on, won't you sing with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests, what we got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh and eat, gonna live the dream. Gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing the song, gonna break the dawn. Gonna rock this party all night long. So come on everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready for one more chance.